What's up everyone, it's Austin Rutherford. Today we're in front of a brand new flip I'm super excited about. It's very profitable. I'm going to tell you the numbers as we walk through this property. But one of the coolest things that we're going to do here is I'm going to literally walk you through the entire property and explain to you why I'm renovating something or why I'm not renovating something. And this is like a decently larger type of rehab, so you're going to be able to see a lot of my thought process and exactly why I do not renovate certain things. So make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It'd be greatly appreciated. But real quick backstory on how we ended up getting this property. We had cold callers calling people, and then this lady that was selling this house was interested in selling the property. So we followed up with her and she wanted to sell, but she didn't want to sell for like 8 months because she had to wait until the school year was over so her kids could finish the school year. So we started talking to her, she wanted to wait. I talked to her and convinced her to actually signing an agreement ahead of time rather than waiting 8 months to view the property. So I was like, hey, just let us come out and take a look at the property. Let us make you an offer. If it's an offer that you like, we can move forward, but we can still close on your terms in 3, 6, 8 months down the line. So the catch was when I was negotiating this property, I was out of town at the time. I was at a mastermind. This was a great deal. She wanted to sell the property for $240,000, phenomenal deal, but I couldn't get here and she wouldn't sign it over the phone. So I called one of my good friends. I was like, yo bro, I need you to go to this appointment for me. I'll give you $1,000 if you go there and lock it up. And we already agreed on a price and everything. She just wanted somebody to meet them here. So he pulled up, he texted me when he left. He's like, done deal, sent me a picture of the signed contract, and it was game over. So shout out to my man, Tom Har, for coming to get this appointment. But that's the quick backstory on this. So we bought this property for $240,000. I'll walk you around the rehab, and then we're gonna talk about the actual budget for the rehab as well. So outside here, if you look at these are like old wood and aluminum windows. So we're gonna be replacing all those windows. Also, I should say, give you an idea of the ARV, so you know what we're renovating to. So this is about a $425,000 to $450,000 ARV, after repaired value, which is very high in our neighborhood. Our average home value is about 200 grand. So this is a very nice house. So we have to update the windows. The roof looks solid. We're gonna paint the stucco. And if you look over here at the landscaping, it's not that great. So we'll trim up the bushes. We'll put in some flower beds here. We'll make the landscaping look really good. And then we're also keeping that garage door. We're just going to be painting all the trim. So let's walk around the side here as well. So outside, again, a lot of landscaping that needs to happen. Paint the house. These windows are the old aluminum, so we're going to get those replaced. And if you look back here as well, you can see that there's more landscaping that needs done. So there's definitely going to be a rather large landscaping budget on this property. And then it's kind of a funky layout, honestly. There's a patio around the corner here, which we'll get to, but that's kind of like the outdoor space. And this is the rest of the backyard, but it's like a side yard. So it's a little bit weird, but we're gonna deal with it. This is the air conditioning unit. It definitely looks older. It looks really old. And again, for this price point, we'll probably end up replacing that unit. Again, just because it's a $500,000 house. And then back here is the little patio and the landscaping, lots and lots of landscaping. And right here is the patio, which this will be like the outdoor entertainment area. But it's actually really cool because it's like covered, it's shaded. We got the living room right behind here, which we'll go inside in just a second. But like this will be a really nice, type of entertaining area for people to come out here and grill and hang out, maybe throw some hammocks up here or something. So outside is not that bad. It's landscaping, painting, windows, and that's really about it on the outside. So let's check out the inside. So now we're at the inside of the property and we're going to take you through the inside and the entire renovation as well. So the front door is really old, really old. So we're definitely going to be updating that. If you look over here, really like all it is like painting on the walls. And then these are new updated cabinets, which you'll see in the bathroom as well. We're actually going to keep those cabinets because those actually look really nice. Now, if we look this way, as far as the floors go, they're hardwood floors, but you can obviously see all these stains and stuff right here. So like we can't leave these floors, but they are hardwood. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sand and refinish the entire surface, which costs like $2.50 a square foot. So again, not that bad at all. And then if you look at these windows, like we said, these are aluminum. You see how they're like taped shut and everything right now? Oh, that's the glass. That's actually the outdoors. So obviously the windows need done. That's how, if they're vinyl windows, we'll keep them. So if they're vinyl, we'll keep. If they're wood or aluminum, we're gonna replace them. But in here, it's, like I said, the outside is the windows, the inside is just painting and floors. It's pretty simple. One other thing I wanna show you real quick. If you look at these outlets, these are 2-prong outlets. So they have 2 prongs instead of 3 prongs. So what that means is that these outlets do not have grounds to them. So when you're renovating properties, especially higher end homes, the outlets need to be grounded. So we got to rewire this house as well so we can get grounds to the outlets so the house doesn't burn down. So again, you know, newer cabinets, we're going to be keeping these cabinets. In here we got a bedroom. These doors are like not that nice. Well, again, for a $500,000 house, we'll probably throw in some like 3-panel or 6-panel doors on all these interior doors. Paint the walls, paint all the trim, paint the doors. In here, we're going to sand and refinish the floors as well. If you look at this window, this is another old wood aluminum one. And then if we look at this window over here, this is actually vinyl. So these are the windows that we keep. So they're usually white vinyl, which means that they're updated. So half the house has updated windows, half of them does not have updated windows. And depending on the size of the window, it's anywhere like $300 to $400 per window to take it out and reinstall it. The bigger the window though, you know, obviously the more money that you're gonna pay. And then if we go and look in the bathroom in here, if you look at the shower on the left, it's old, it's got ugly tile, ugly bathtub, so we're gonna replace the tile in the bathtub. And then if you look at the walls, there's tile on the walls. We're obviously gonna rip that off and replace it as well. And then if you look at these countertops and cabinets, the countertops will probably replace, but the cabinets, again, are those newer cabinets that we're gonna end up keeping and just putting new countertops on top of it. So the bathroom will be fully remodeled. And then we got another bedroom in here. Again, pretty simple. We got hardwood floors, sand and refinish. We got paint on the walls. We got the 2-prong outlets. We got to rewire the house. Both of these windows are vinyl windows. We're keeping the windows. So again, interiors are pretty easy renovation as well. And then we have the third bedroom in here. So this is the third bedroom, same thing, you know, flooring, paint, windows good. And then this is the bathroom, which is kind of a little bit funky. If you look at this, you open this door and it's like right into the toilet, which is kind of weird. So what we might do is we might blow out this wall and maybe like turn the toilet. So the toilet's like facing this way, because this is just like really, if you like, think about this, if you're trying to like use it, you can't even like close the door. So we got to do something to make that look good. And in here, we'll replace the entire shower, do a tile surround, make it look great. We'll replace the vanity. We'll probably try and get a double vanity in here if possible, but redo this whole bathroom because this is technically the master bathroom. So this needs to look really, really good. And honestly, we'll probably take out this door because this door goes into the kitchen and the living room. It's like kind of weird. They even have like a peephole, which is even weirder. But yeah, that's all going to get replaced. So in here is actually kind of like the second living room basically. And there's a couple things you got to point out here. We got wood paneling. The whole room is wood paneling. This is not going to fly in a $500,000 house. If it was a $100,000 house, we would just paint this. But we got to take off the wood paneling and put up drywall because that's just what, you know, you have to do nowadays in this type of price point. Same thing down here. So these are 3-prong outlets. So this is an example of an outlet that is grounded. So we're going to keep these 3-prong. We're going to change these to white plates, but we're going to rewire that half of the house and then keep this half of the house how it is because it does have 3-prong outlets. As we go around, it already has new windows. We'll paint these shelves, built-ins, make it look really, really nice. Right here, there's like a fire pit thing. I don't really know what we're going to do with this yet, but we'll make it look good, I promise. We'll probably like whitewash the brick. So make this look all pretty and like, I don't know, maybe turn that into like a TV stand or something. We'll get back to that one. And if you look over here, this door is an aluminum door as well. So, you know, just like the vinyl that we talked about, we have to replace, we don't have to, but again, in this price point, we're going to rip out this entire door and put a new door in its place. And then the hardwood floors, we're going to sand and refinish. Right here, you can see these are not hardwood and it goes into the kitchen as well. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to put like LVT from here to there and then sand the hardwood, put LVT and everything else. And one other thing is the kitchen. The kitchen doesn't look too terrible, but the problem is, again, on a $500,000 house, this is not a $500,000 kitchen. So what we're going to do is this whole wall right here, we're going to open up. So we're going to take out this wall, take it out, and just make it open concept with an eat-in bar. So it'll be like sink, dishwasher, and then over here we'll keep the stove and the fridge, but like it'll be open concept with plenty of cabinets on this side. And then there's like a little storage pantry thing right over there. And I think there's another pantry right here. That actually goes to the basement, which is weird. So we'll probably knock out this whole area as well, but make it open concept. People want open concept, so that's what we're gonna do. And last thing, we're almost done, guys. We got the garage, which is just like a normal garage where all we're gonna do is paint this. We're not gonna put much money into it at all. Even these cracks we're gonna keep, which is fine, but we're just gonna paint the walls. And then now we're gonna head down to the basement and see what's down here. So down here in the basement, it doesn't look that wet, which is nice. There's a little bit of water over there, but not bad at all. And then if you look at the walls, there's no cracks in the walls. It's a really solid wall right now. And then let's keep going back here. Again, very, very solid. We'll like rip all this extra stuff out. That's the plumbing stack. As long as everything works, when we turn the water on, we're not gonna do anything with the plumbing. You see these beams here. So these beams mean that this wall was bowing. It was like this, and it started going like that. So they put the beams in place to make the wall stop going like that. So that's great. They already paid that expense. We don't have to. If you look at that electrical panel, that's very old. The whole panel needs updated. And like I said, half of the house needs rewired anyways. So we're gonna be doing the rewire on the property as well. If you look at this big, massive thing, this is a furnace. These were like from, I don't even know, like the 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s. I don't know. They're like super old. Definitely needs replaced. So we're gonna replace the whole thing. The furnace will be like this big instead of like that big. And like I said, we're gonna be replacing the air conditioning unit with this to give the house have an updated HVAC system. And then probably just rip out all of this stuff as well. And we have a crawl space. So crawl spaces are usually tough because you can't really get in there. So what we did is we just had like a flashlight and we just took time to like look through it to make sure that there wasn't anything super visible to the damage of the property. But I would recommend you getting in the crawl space, crawling through there, because I've done that before, to know what you're getting yourself into. So let's go back upstairs and talk final numbers. So as you can see, walking through the property, there is definitely a decent amount of work that needs done, but this isn't a full gut to the studs $200,000 rehab. So I'm curious what your thoughts are. Comment below before I say this rehab budget. Comment below, let me know what you think the rehab budget is. Like I said, it was a $240,000 purchase, like a $450 ARV. Since we bought this property, it looks like the ARV is already gonna be about $500,000. But I wanna know what your thoughts are on the rehab budget. So the actual budget, and again, this is a budget, it could definitely change. We're shooting to be in the $75,000 range. So we're hoping to spend about 75 grand on the rehab. We might spend 80, but we're trying to be less than that. So we'll be all into this property for like $320,000 and we'll sell it for about 500 grand. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll make like $100,000 to $150,000 on this project once it's all said and done. So I don't know about you, but $150,000 on one house for a rehab that's less than $1,000, I would do this nonstop all day, every day. But remember, the fortune's in the follow-up. We got this lead and I continuously followed up with her until she agreed to sell the property to me. So, it took from contract to close, it was like a 6-month process. So, it took a lot of time to get there, but it's gonna pay obviously very handsomely. So make sure you're doing the follow-ups. The fortune is in the follow-up. So make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, hit that subscribe and notification bell, drop a comment below to let us know what your thoughts are. And just to put this into perspective, this entire deal, make over 6 figures. I'm not gonna use 1 single cent of my own money. So if you wanna learn how to do that as well, make sure you click this video up here. It'll teach you how to raise private money for your real estate deals. So as always, appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.